Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Dynamite live reaction. I'll be joined by Sarah momentarily. Tonight should be a fun episode, I guess. Curious to see what they have planned for tonight. Tonight the card's all right. Tonight it's not the best, not the worst, in my opinion. Every match seems predictable. Like always, it seems that way. That a lot of the matches on Dynamite or AEW in general are always predictable. But we'll see. We got Edge starting out or opening Dynamite. Doesn't have a TNT championship with him though. Yep. I'm guessing he lost his TNT championship.
Sorry, I had to turn up my volume. I couldn't hear anything, but I'm good now. There we go. Yes.
My TNT championship. I came out here as Adam to talk to all of you.
That's my regular shoes.
Everybody having fun? Good, that's what I like to hear, and I came out here to have some more fun.
I agree. Amen.
Live TV, baby. But listen, there's been a lot of negative BS this week, right? There has. Screw that. I want to talk about positives. And if you're a fan of pro wrestling, man, it is a great time to be a fan of pro wrestling. There's a whole lot of positives right now. If you're sitting here, you're watching at home, hell, if you can feel compelled to go on social media, even if it's just to complain about pro wrestling, you're a fan of pro wrestling. I am a fan of pro wrestling. You know, I grew up, I watched WWF.
I'm guessing Tony sent Edge out
that's
to
no
do it
reason to boo, man. You're
for
missing
him.
the point on this.
I actually think this is really funny because he's totally hitting topics that we were talking about like today.
I watched Stampede wrestling out of Calgary. I watched Owen Hart start his career. Pretty damn cool. I watched BC
Tony's been pure quiet. He hasn't said a word, which he's probably best he hasn't said anything.
I think it's best when the person in charge stays quiet. They don't need to say anything. They have people to do that for them. Proper people.
Work to get it back so damn much. But when I sat down and I started thinking about the end of my career, because let's face it, I'm closer to the end than the start, I realized that AEW is where I need to end my career. And a lot of people didn't seem to understand that, but I looked at the roster and I saw a murderer's row of talent. I have been in some of the most phenomenal locker rooms of all time.
Yes, finally, please.
That locker room up against anybody. I came here because I can face Will Ospreay. I can face Kenny Omega. Hope you're doing good, bud. I can face Hangman. I can face Swerve, Joe, Claudio, Moxley. I can face Darby. I can face FTR. I can face the Young Bucks. I can face Buddy Matthews, Brody King, and Malachi Black. And by the way, those are all first-time ever matches. How crazy is that? That happens in AEW. Now, I got a lot of friends in the industry, right? They call me. They go, man, Adam, it looks like you are having a blast out there. Guess what? I am. This isn't hyperbole. This isn't me knocking anywhere else. I have had a phenomenal career. I have fun everywhere I've been, everything I've done. But
this feels like a statement that we're going to do better. A statement.
I have had in my entire
this feels like
I hope so. Anyway, fingers crossed.
But they had to send someone out to say all this, and Edge is the perfect person to say it, I guess. Which I wouldn't want Danielson doing that, as he's caused a little bit of problems in AEW.
That means Kenny. That means Cody.
Plus, he's like Adam Cole was very, very neutral, just in general.
Of this, just like me, just like all of you. That ain't a negative. That's not something to make fun of because we love this. AEW has pushed this industry into a better place. AEW has pushed everyone into a better place. It has given more people a chance to do what they love for a living, and that should be celebrated. AEW makes pro wrestling better. AEW makes pro wrestling more fun. And AEW is where the best wrestle. Okay. Something's coming back down. I'm calming down. I don't got feedback. We're good. Thank you for hearing me out. Got fired up this weekend. I had to get that off the chest. I asked for this time out here, so thank you. But now it's time to move forward. AEW is moving forward. AEW is walking into the future. There's a reason Tana came here. There's a reason Mercedes came here. There's a reason Osprey came here. There is a reason I came here. So without further ado, let me introduce to you a man who symbolizes everything that AEW will be.
He's going to bring Tony
forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the aerial assassin, Will Osprey.
I'm excited. What an entrance.
I had to do all this. Sorry if I sound a little funny. A little under the weather, but Alexis Green, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate Jason. Wednesday, you know what that means. Thanks for watching. Yeah, he actually explained it. I was like, did you lose it? Because Jericho lost his AEW World Championship the day after he won it. So it was. David, thanks for watching. I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Siren?
I am doing absolutely awesome. Just finished playing some games and then decided wrestling time.
Thanks for watching, James. Definitely appreciate you all watching.
I love that. That was a solid way to open.
No, it feels like they put him out there just to. Basically, when they had like Vince McMahon, like all of them came out there and like it basically seems like they brought him out there to just to say things are going to be better in AEW, I guess. Like just a statement. They're just making a statement, I guess, that they're not going anywhere. They're moving forward.
I think it's going to be amazing. for him. It's going to be such a solid career. Osprey's going to have such fun. I hope.
Oh, there's nothing but gold.
Mm-hmm. Gosh.
Oh yeah, Osprey and Hobbs. This is an interesting match. This is the second match where Osprey has had against one of the Don Callis family members. He beat Mikeshita. He's not losing this.
So, yeah, he also beat.
Well, technically this is his third. He actually beat Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, yeah. And he. Yeah. They're doing that iron sharpens iron thing right now.
Was it? Yeah, at Revolution he beat Mikeshita. Then on Dynamite he beat Kyle Fletcher. If he beats Hobbs, he's beat everyone in that whole. Well, except Don Callis, I guess.
The Punk interview? I don't watch anything that has Punk, but Connor does.
Yeah, it seems like it hurt Tony a lot. Just by that opening promo, it.
I didn't watch it. Or let's read it. Or...
Which was kind of funny that after that interview, 10 people got released from AEW. That was kind of ironic that happened. But honestly, I hope that interview sparks some fire in the Tony Khan to do better as a boss and stuff.
I agree. There's always room to do better.
Oh yeah, you told us that you're going to Charleston, West Virginia, I believe. I believe that's where they're at next week. Back up to his feet. Now testing the jaw. I don't know if this is a good idea. Trying to go blow to blow right here, Don, with Hobbs. That might not be smart of Osprey. You're going to love the guts of Will Osprey. I think he's such a fantastic young man. Oh, swinging a miss by Powerhouse Hobbs. Ooh, that was good. Into our desk here at ringside. And that's all body control.
He's such a big guy in comparison.
Ooh.
Oh, exactly, it's padding.
What's on the brakes?
What was the card on last week's collision? You have to remind me, you guys. You remember? I don't
It
remember.
was the match I dreaded: Archer and Righteousness versus. And like I said, they lose, and they lost. And tonight they got Bryan Danielson Archer, and Archer's gonna lose again tonight. I feel like they're wanting to bury him for some reason. Like all of a sudden he's in all these matches and he's just taking a lot of losses.
Yeah. Well, I really thought like with them bringing the Righteous back, I thought it was like gonna mean something. Just stop with that table. That you guys, you missed that. This is why I don't like Hobbs throwing people. How many times have I said you're not allowed to pick people up? I know you are big. But you are not good at putting them down.
We've seen him manhandle Chris Jericho like this.
I hope that Hobbs wins the TNT Championship again and has an actual run with it. Because he beat Wardlow for it, and then he lost it like in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, more like a transition.
I like to see him actually win it and actually have a run with it.
I'm really hoping they do some really awesome stuff coming up here. I feel like we're supposed to be. I know I've been saying it since Revolution. Like, there's lots of stuff. It's been good though. The story for me has been getting better.
The last week's what did they have? Because last week I didn't get to watch anything live. I was at a wrestling convention. But I think Kyle O'Reilly wrestled against JD Drake. Kyle O'Reilly looked really good. Leave in the comments of what last week's collision was. I don't even know what, because that collision will be taped tonight. Then it's going to be on Saturday, like 11 something or 12 in the morning or something.
I'm too old.
Oh wow.
For most people, HPV clears on its own.
Really?
Yeah.
The virus, it can cause
It's something like
cancer.
I'm hoping they've.
Wow.
Yeah, I was talking about on someone that on Collision they basically. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Edge had his coke open. Matt Cardona,
Oh yeah.
former Edgehead. All that was missing was Brian Myers, and that could have had Edgeheads. But of course, Adam Copeland won, and then after the match, something happened, and they set up the match for Dynasty with House of Black versus Copeland, Kingston, and Briscoe. Which I thought was kind of weird because they have Briscoe and Kingston at Ring of Honor.
The most common side effects include injection
I
site
believe it's this
reactions,
Friday, I believe.
fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness,
It was the match on respect though, because the way that Kingston presented the match was that he earned it. He didn't care about any of like the lineup or anything like that. He's known Mark for how long, and he's put so much into the industry that he feels like he earned this shot. And so it wasn't really like a match of like anger between Eddie and him. It was more like a match of for respect, you know, and like you deserve this. If you can take it, you can take it. But like you deserve the chance. And I liked that. I really love the promo that they cut together, all three of them. That was actually really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Bad feedback. Can you hear me? All right.
I hear you just fine.
I don't know what.
Is it me?
Well, no, he just said that having bad feedback. I didn't know if you guys could hear me or. Let me go out and come back down.
Hold on. I don't hear any echo, so maybe it is me.
I don't hear anything.
Saturday, the Jokers are back with a special event. Today we're posing as supervisors around.
But I was talking to someone about it. You know, it would make no sense they didn't do Malachi and Adam Copeland. Ed just mentioned it. He mentioned Malachi, like that was the last name he mentioned. Was so they can really drag this feud out all the way till Double or Nothing. They could put Edge against Brody King and Buddy Matthews for the TNT Championship. Then at Double or Nothing, they could have Edge versus Malachi. But I think Malachi Black should win that match. Because Edge can take the loss. He's already. I mean, he's not going to do anything. He's not going to be like I feel like he should be trying to not necessarily pushing other people, but I feel like Malachi's waited long enough for a singles title, and they've been using him more in singles. He's going to be on Rampage Friday against Christopher Daniels. Obviously, he's going to win that, but just the fact that they're putting him more in singles, hopefully they're going to put the TNT title on him. I thought that would be really good. Like Malachi is a very good storyteller. He can put on a lot of good stories as a champion. I like to see them do the what was the match that they created? The House Rules match or whatever. Would it be a one-on-one? Well, I think Julia did that one-on-one thing, maybe, but I feel like Malachi can do a lot with the singles title.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, he's very creative. He does a lot of really when given the chance, he does a lot of really interesting story, and his vignettes and stuff are always so nifty.
The best feuds with Malachi in AEW is probably Cody Rhodes, Left Triangle. I know the Cody one really stands out. He beat Cody 2 times in a row.
Definitely did. Yeah. That one made me chuckle.
Will Hobbs or Will Ospreay?
Will Ospreay.
If it was Hobbs, that would be the end of Callis. I like to see that, though. Hobbs and Callis. Malachi will pin Adam. And yeah, hopefully the House of Black win that match because I feel like Edge could lose that and still look good if Kingston or Briscoe get pinned, but they got to do Malachi versus Edge. They can't do this whole thing without a one-on-one match. Like a story with those two will be really, really good.
I want to see Malachi and Mark, but I want to see Mark go all the way through the House of Black and then get to Malachi. I don't care if he loses. I think it'd just be really cool for him. He's starting his singles journey, his rookie season, as he called it, and I like that. You don't have to win all the time in your rookie season. You just have to show up.
It's kind of weird because they said that they released these people, but I know AEW is a bad time of updating their roster page. But all of them are still on there for some reason. But Stu Grayson, Dasha, and some of these people were never on the AEW roster. I don't really consider how they're signed, but Anthony Henry, the boys.
Those are on ROH.
Yeah, a lot of these are on Jorah. There's a few other ones. Jose the assistant. Yeah, I actually did April Fool's on everyone on the group chat.
I was like, okay. And then, like, in the middle of texting my hubby, and then he's like, April Fool's. I was like, oh my God.
I should have let go on for a few days.
No!
Will there be the Ring of Honor ring announcer still there? Bobby Cruz, he's still with AEW. I'm curious of who's going to take Dasha's place because they had Justin Roberts and Dasha, so I'm curious if they have Bobby Cruz, who does Ring of Honor, do AEW now. Bobby Cruz is really good, so. But it's unfortunate that they released Dasha. I always liked Dasha Gonzalez. She was very, if anyone ever met her, I met her a few times. She's very, very nice, very friendly.
I've never met her, but I mean, she's very pretty and she has a solid announcer voice for a lady. And it's hard for me to like lady announcer voices sometimes.
And she's athletic.
Oh, and yeah. Louis very nice in the dress. I hope they're going to be
She got actually do shit.
Oh, I know.
She was on athletic shit.
Oh, that's cool.
But I know a lot of people. I know it sucks losing a job, but I think for right now for AEW, trimming down that roster is what they really need to do. Like, there's no reason to keep all those people there. Like, I'd rather them normally AEW lets contracts run out, but they have so many people that it's hard to just let their contracts run out because then there's always new free agents coming in. Then you're never really so at some point you're gonna have to make some cuts. You can't keep everybody, and hopefully Tony's learned that you can't have which Tony Khan in 2019 said that. He actually said that you can't hire every talented person.
Oh, I love that. Did you see that?
Ooh.
But then automatically Will goes and like points for Aubrey to like check, but
He gets this probably.
yeah.
And that was like Seth Rollins' move. Rollins used to do a move like that, but he did it a little bit different. That was kind of cool. Yeah, that's probably it. 1, 2. Well, Ospreay has officially defeated every member of the Don Callis family, except Don Callis.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, just do it on Rampage. Like no one watches it. Like that sparks some interest. I like to see that. Have Will Ospreay just dominate Don Callis.
I don't remember Rockin' Robin.
I wonder. I know he got injured. I know he got injured, and then I don't know what he's doing. I think he said he was cleared, but obviously he hasn't came back. So hopefully he comes back soon. Oh, House isn't happy. This is good. This is good.
When Root isn't around, I don't get to see very much Preston Vance, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, I feel like Preston Vance could go on. I mean, even if Root is injured, he could do some stuff by himself.
Yeah. Big, handsome dude that knows how to wrestle.
This is good. The Downcast family is breaking apart. I love
Please.
seeing it.
Sunday, April 21st, Will Ospreay will step into the ring with the American
I agree.
Brian Danielson.
About time that losers is really Brian Danielson. Got Brian Danielson next, Archer next.
Aw, look away, Connor. Look away.
He wasn't scheduled to enter until after the break, but
Stupid.
making an impromptu entrance.
Was it Beast back in the day? I was
I
born in
hope
the
that
late 1900s, but a lot of my childhood is a blur.
I'm watching News. I've seen her. I was watching like an old WWE. Well, I was watching WrestleMania thing. It was a 3-disc set, and they had the Hall of Fame, and she was on there.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
She looks nothing like she used to, but if you watch Wrestling way back in the day, she's actually pretty funny. One thing we need to work on: the bad cameraman needs to work on all that. Better than catch too many moves, mistakes, practice too much.
Well, I mean,
At
you
least
kind of
it's
can't
better.
plan for that.
At least it's better than Kevin Owens, whatever his name is in WWE. Because there you have so many camera cuts that it's just impossible to watch. Yeah, I agree, David. I know a lot of these people that you talk about every week. Like a lot of these people that a lot of people don't think I would know, but I know Don Morocco, Pedro Morales, Ivan Koloff, Bruno Sammartino, Buddy Rock. Like a lot of people don't think I know who these people are, but
But you're like a wrestling historian, Connor.
a lot of people I just know them. Well, I know some of them, their matches and stuff. Like Bruno Sammartino had a really good long title run, but he was boring to watch in the ring. He didn't do anything. But that's how it was back then. Like nobody did anything. Like for them, like that was someone punching someone. That's a Canadian destroyer for them back in the day. Like that's just how it was.
That's it.
No real time wrestling all of them. I wonder what a lot of those people back in those days would have thought of wrestling today. I'm curious though.
I thought these
That'd be
people are
interesting.
crazy.
That'd be interesting. They'd probably go crazy.
I couldn't even imagine them be like, they live in the gym pretty much, and they do what? Like, off a witch rope? And ladder?
He's here.
And glass attacks. Yeah, light tubes and fire? What?
I'm gonna be watching some of friends coming down and watching it together. Yeah, I'll be watching Mania.
The wireless company with nothing to
Yeah.
limited 5G data.
It's a tradition. Like I've been watching WWE a lot more recently, but for me, even if I didn't watch WWE, it was something that even last year I didn't really watch WWE, but I watched it just because it's WrestleMania.
Where's your bath?
Lexus Green. A lot of people get released. I think it has a lot to do with that CM Punk interview. All of a sudden they release people. Maybe it's a good thing that interview happened, so it gave Tony a reality check. Maybe, which they don't need everybody. Like this is gonna happen at some point. I feel like you can't have all these people, and then you have all people.
If they had a better brand separation, maybe.
That's definitely never coming back. But there's ways of doing it. But a lot of those people weren't even on the AEW roster page. So I'm really curious how many people is signed that's not on the roster page. They could probably have tons and tons of people that we don't even know that signed. But I know someone put out AEW is reevaluating their roster and how do I say it? Basically to make more people happy in the company. For example, Malachi Black, he's very talented. He should be used a lot more. So them getting away a lot of this dead weight kind of helps them be able to put people like that
I mean, it's not like they were utilizing most of these people, and at the same time, they keep utilizing the same people. So really, you just gotta utilize the people that you have instead of you keep doing the same things over and over.
Yeah, Stu Grayson. I don't know why they brought him back.
Stu Grayson got brought back because Stu Grayson started the storyline with the Righteous to get the Dark Order back into shape, which was supposed to bring the Righteous back into AEW, and nothing ever happened with it. Again, another storyline with the Righteous that just never got anything done with it. That's what happened there.
I don't know why they brought him back. I shouldn't even bring him back. They was gonna. For some people, I don't even know why they signed. Like
I
some of these
don't
people,
understand why they brought Stu Grayson back and then let him go, because to me it was a tease. I love Stu. I give him 10 out of 10 Stews.
this is like a time he got released. Look, he's been. He's been good in TNA, though. I think they would utilize him a lot more, especially in the Ultimate X. He'd be good in that. Which they've already got.
TNA?
Which they got Alan Angels in TNA. So.
Him and Stu go together. They can do stuff.
Yeah, they really should have just put Stu Grayson back with the Dark Order if they wasn't going to do anything with Righteousness.
Well, they were supposed to. It was a whole thing. They had a whole thing. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's supposed to happen with it, but nothing ever happened with it. He was like. The only reason he was with the Righteous was to bring the darkness back to the Dark Order, and it never went anywhere. And somebody's grilling fish outside my house, and it smells so good.
He's an expert in that game, but to murder Hulk Monster, beat him to the punch. Yeah, the first time he did that, Taz would be to take Archer off his feet with Danielson. That's not
Ooh, I love watching him bounce.
A lot of punches and hits with his body. What's going on here? Archer hard whip into the corner. I would say that the Murder Hawk Monster is angry about what happened in that trios match on Collision, but he's angry, so it's hard to really get a handle on his anger. He's very angry at all times. Kindred spirit of yours. Yes, stand the thing. Archer sending Danielson across the ring, and now
this feels like Archer and Darby Allin again, where Archer destroys Darby, and then Darby beats Archer with a little simple move.
Really hope it's more like knockdown drag out than that, because Danielson is a lot more of a beast than Darby.
Yeah,
in comparison to Archer, not so much, but.
I wish they did more with Archer. I haven't really seen much of him. And the last story was Cody. Really, that was the really only thing. Like his first match, that was the only thing they did with him. Well, he did beat Moxley. Not many people has beaten Moxley singles, and he beat Moxley in singles match in AEW.
Danielson is taking the right approach, in my opinion, to taking down somebody like Archer, though. And Danielson is one of the very few people who I trust to tell a proper story in the ring with something like this. He's been working his legs and his knees, which for a big man like that, you want to do that. So at least it's a solid match in that way. It's unfortunate that Archer probably will lose.
He hasn't won a singles match since 2021, 2022 maybe.
Danielson has been known to push people.
Only people he likes, which Daniel Garcia. But I don't know. Hopefully they have a plan for Archer. They've been using him a lot more recently.
Well, and you'd think with Jake Roberts re-signing for another year at least, that they'd have something.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
You know they put Archer and the Righteousness together for a little bit. Like that'd been perfect. That'd been perfect for Jake the Snake to manage all three of them.
Honestly, I agree with that. And actually, they changed even Archer's braids from the red to like the silver that matched with Vincent and I really like the cohesive look. They really should have put during their trios match though. They should have put Lance Archer in the white pants, and like man, their team would have been really like cohesive looking. And I feel like people could have got on board with that because they look like a solid team.
Yeah, that could be AEW Trios champions if they let them win them. Ooh, that was a good choke slam.
And like Archer, Archer is like a big monster, but like I think that the Righteous have fantastic storytelling abilities as well. So putting them all together is just gonna be like, I mean, I think it'd be really cool. I like the Righteous creepy story stuff.
We thought the original formula was a hit. Wait till people get a taste of this. Are you telling me that if we pull this off, Royal Crackers will be #1?
Royal Crackers, Thursdays at midnight on Adult Swim, and next day on Max.
I don't understand the idea behind reporting biased news.
No, what's his name now? I like the guy who interviewed Punk. He's done a lot of stuff for the UFC and Bellator MMA.
I do not remember that person, David.
Cleaning your dog's teeth.
Who is it? I know I don't know that. Well, I don't know. I know a lot of people that I know their faces, but I don't know what they. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna know who this is.
Crush my sales call.
Remember one time it was who was the guy?
Expertly crafted assortment of delicious and
Oh yeah, I know who this is. Yep.
Connor, I have a question for you.
March Madness.
What's that?
What do you think about The Rock using the final boss after Samoa Joe just used the final boss beforehand?
I honestly never knew Samoa Joe did that. I feel like The Rock just made it more.
It's on his shirt and everything. It was on his shirt.
In AEW?
Yeah, just recently.
That's The Rock. He'll take anything and spin it and make it his own. Which,
well, yeah, and you kind of can't argue with The Rock. I mean, well, it's hard to. You could.
With The Rock, I doubt he even watches AEW, so I doubt he even knew. But that's happened before with WWE. Like that an SCU shirt, 2019. It was a Stone Cold shirt, but it was at the time AEW was starting, and all of a sudden you're putting on an SCU shirt, and yeah, that's happened before. So
Silly. I like the trios belts. I just wish that they were utilized properly and the ROH trios belts remained in ROH because they're taking the shine away from the AEW trios belts, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, I feel like people wouldn't be saying that if they were actually being featured.
Right?
Like they haven't defended those belts in 2 months, so I can't blame people for saying they're over them, but they would be saying that if they were used properly.
Agreed, because people were all over the ROH trios titles when they were getting utilized, and look, they're still chilling in AEW. Funny how that works, Mr. Tony? Mr. Tony Khan?
Like that's why our brand was perfect. So you put certain belts on certain shows, so they're forced. So like if they had the tag on Dynamite, trios on Collision, then they're forced to have to use the trios belts more. So
Thank you, Connor.
it's just common sense that some people on Twitter don't grasp.
Right, I'm not getting it. I'm like, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll watch it. I'll watch it all. In fact, recently I've watched like Raw and SmackDown and TNA and all of AEW and ROH. Like I'm keeping up, bros. And like,
do you know who Maxine Dupree is?
Maxine Dupree?
She's on Raw.
Do I? I do.
Yeah, she was Candice LeRae basically destroyed
her. Yes.
Actually,
was she nice?
Well, I haven't met her. I'd like to, but I watched her interview with Chris Van Vliet, and she's very, very, very funny.
Oh, I feel bad.
I just recently watched a video of her just learning how to skin the cat.
That's adorable. And
She doesn't
unfortunate.
watch movies. She doesn't watch movies, so like she doesn't know anything about them. It's very funny with her and Chris Van Vliet. But that thing that Candice LeRae is pretty.
Good boy, James. Get on that Honor Club. Watch that ROH. Honestly, in my opinion, right now, that's my favorite promotion. I'm not even ashamed. Like, I love AEW, but. Sorry, guys. I just
No.
see Lance Archer coming down, and he's so tall, and I'm like, those legs. Everything.
They've given this match a long time. This match has been on for a while. I guess if Ark is gonna lose, give him a lot of time to get his stuff in.
I agree. I'm like a big fan of that. Like, if you're gonna bring somebody out just to freaking lose, then let him have a great showing.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
don't like you with the Danielson.
I'd like to have seen American Badass Undertaker and Lance Archer. That would have been something. It's because their
That
looks
was
and
super lame. Why did he just droop down like that?
Because the way it's played, It so wasn't great for it. That's all.
It was very horrible. I just didn't. I'm like, he could easily. I mean, when I see that, the image of a man Danielson side clinging on to a man that size, I mean, like, I've been the Danielson size person clinging on to the Archer size person. You can easily lift me up. It's not a problem.
ain't no way in a real fight you get that over him. Like his arms compared to Archer's head. Oh, Colin. Are they even having a Rampage Friday?
The Super Card of Honor. That's on Friday?
I believe so, yeah.
I might. Because I'm going to watch it. So, like.
We used to do some Ring of Honor stuff on here. It was really hard to do it, though, because I had no one to do it with. So, just
like, honestly, if I sneak on, when is that Collision? In like the middle of the night? If I like randomly sneak on here in the middle of the night and sign on and do Collision by myself, don't get mad at me, Connor. Like,
hey, that's what I did. Like at 2 o'clock in the morning, me and someone used to be on here 8 and we do Ring of Honor. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
right? Why not?
That's what we used to do.
Yeah, because like if you don't mind like me popping on randomly, I totally don't mind doing Ring of Honor. Y'all can watch it with me. Homie and King. We watch it. We talk about it while we watch it. Ooh.
Ooh, that was good.
Don't talk about the boys right now, okay? I'm too sensitive to talk about that right now.
The boys.
Don't laugh at me, Connor. You know my love of the boys in Dalton Castle. You know how much I love them.
Johnny TV got custody and was threw him under the bus.
Well, they ran away, apparently. They didn't want to be manly men on the mountain. They ran away. I would have too.
So I don't blame Tony for like releasing them because they can't find them nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Like, one thing is, I hope they got released as the boys and they're going to come back as something else. That'd be cool.
They should come back as the Tape Twins. I actually refereed a lot of their matches when they weren't known. They were the Tape Twins. And they were in Ring of Honor. They were in Ring of Honor years ago. And they did that same type of stuff, but just by themselves.
I like them. I like the way they whoop and holler, and I like that.
They should. Have they ever did a cosplay of Thing 1 and 2?
I don't know, but I hope so.
That feels
Here
like.
we go. Get that tiny little man off your back.
Might have caught him on the button. He's going blackout here. It is. Archer bringing Danielson towards center. No,
I like that he's finally calling out the yes chants. It's so great. Good job. Own it.
Archer now carries
People do it all the time anyway. Just own it.
That's it.
Exactly.
You side of the face
You can't own a chant.
your opponent and wear him down with that choke. No need to move much. But good counter. Might have burned a whole lot.
Exactly.
Remember, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
long-time member of Suzuki doing it.
That was a Mary Brandon Stevens.
It's going to be Minoru Suzuki.
I
He's gotta pass
appreciate you
Archer.
so much, James, actually. If it wasn't for you, I would miss so much. Yesterday, I wasn't on the Talking Elite Canada or whatever, All Elite Zone Canada, because my brain doesn't work all the time.
Yeah, I've been exhausted since my this trip. It wasn't just a trip. It was a Croatia's trip. So when you get to the car, it's getting a smell of what you say. So.
No, I totally agree. It's
Nice.
mentally and physically draining. Thunder Rosa married Brandon Stevens. Is that why she's gone for so long?
That's right. He had to line them off. Did Danielson with those kicks. And the last one. What a battle right
Gave
there.
that match a long time.
Very hard-earned
47. We only had 2 matches tonight. So in the first match it didn't last too long. So they got that match about 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
I've been hearing that as well. But really, I don't know who would buy it. Really, I don't know who.
Yeah, Scott Demore. Buy it. Keep
Well,
my
what they
ROH
really-
live. Make it the biggest thing ever.
What they really should do is they should hire Scott Demora to be the booker of ROH. That's what they should do.
If they were gonna hire him to book anything, let him book AEW. ROH doesn't need help.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be useful in AEW right now. I feel like they could use someone like Scott Demora right now. Really, yeah, Thunder Rosa and Morgan. Basically, whoever wins this goes against Tony Storm at Dynasty, so it's basically going to be Thunder Rosa. It could be Morgan, but I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on that just yet. Jericho calls out. They're all booing Jericho. He's getting go away heat now.
And these orange
Like they're just pushing stuff down people's throats that they don't want. I like Jericho. He's always gonna be my favorite. There's a time when I gotta step back a little bit, which he was supposed to be on tour with Fozzy. Like, you remember that? And then he was supposed to be on Revolution. Then he comes back and he ruins everything.
Yeah.
I mean, go do Fozzy for a little bit. I mean, it'd be refreshing when you came back because people would have missed you. So then it'd be, it'd be refreshing. But
Well, and I mean, it would give other people a chance to shine.
I don't know. We can't do that. Jericho's got to come in and call. I like Jericho though. He's been one of my favorites of all time. But
Yeah, 100% GOAT. But like, I agree with take a step back. It's not like we're gonna forget who you are. It's not like you're some guy who's just starting out. That if you leave for 6 months, we're gonna be like, oh, who's this guy again? When you come back, people are gonna still be singing your song. Like,
I feel like Edge's songs replace this song now. But
They
I don't know if
do
they do. I know in Toronto they did, but I don't know if they did it tonight. Or...
It really was so nice. It was so nice. Now I'm gonna be stuck on that whole I'm gonna deep dive into the dark hole of the internet and see if I can find anything on Tony Khan selling ROH so I don't lose my brain today. Thank you, Dad. Daddy, I appreciate you.
People have been saying that for a while, but I don't know if it's selling or not.
So convenient. We had to use a vacuum tube.
Nope.
If he sold it, I don't know who he's. Really, they should. I don't know. Like they need to have.
Give it to me.
Bring your family into the financial.
Hey, you'd probably do a better job with it than he is right now.
Name an ingredient you can see in this
If
planet.
somebody trusted me with that amount of responsibility with something that I love so deeply and am so passionate about, not only would I figure out everything I needed to figure out to do things properly, but yeah, it'd be like a full dedication thing. But I'd have to stop everything else.
Skechers Go Walk slippers. Plus, there's Go Walk apparel.
Yeah, that would.
Jackets.
Hey, I actually,
Experience Skechers Go Walk footwear.
I actually had a job opportunity with AEW a while ago, but it ended like it should have ended. But yeah, it can take up a lot of someone's time doing a lot of that stuff.
On the next Friday night.
Like if you work for someone like AEW, your entire thing's gonna be to AEW. So really, any wrestling promotion, like, well, I wouldn't say any because like TNA, they don't run every week. They don't do stuff every week. So like WWE and AEW, if you're working with one of those two companies, you're on the move 24/7.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Good. I like that. Keeps my brain in my head.
Damn, they're doing that hell out of him. And why are you doing Lionheart? Like, he said that he doesn't bring back gimmicks from the past, but he's bringing back a gimmick that he used years ago. Like, bring back Y2J if you're gonna do Lionheart.
Bring back the list.
Which he, I don't know if you've seen the very first AEW event, but Jericho's entrance, he paid tribute to all of his characters. So he had the jacket, then you had the list, and then he had Y2J. And
I love that. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer? That name? Buzz Sawyer sounds familiar to me.
Well, Renee, last week I
Yeah, I
told
know
Luke I had a
Mad
proposition
Dog
for him
Buzz Sawyer is.
where I offered to be his mentor, if that's what we're calling it. And even though he
He has
agreed,
mentor,
said
yes,
something
yes.
to me that's been sticking in my head all week. So I just want to clarify something with Hook. And that's why I want to bring him out right now. Hit the hook signal. Come on and hit it. There it is. I don't know what Jericho's talking. Interesting what he's saying here.
Yeah, Taz on commentary. I don't know what Jericho's talking about. He already has a mentor. His mentor beat you in a few matches in the past.
Skepticism there.
I hate Hook's toque. I hate it so much, but I want to light it on fire. It reminds me of the guy from Home Alone.
You agreed you wanted to do that. You
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I'd love that, but I know who you are. And I understand what you mean, because it's no secret that anybody that I've ever aligned with or teamed with usually ends up in a fight. I mean, as the song said, everyone I've ever loved, I've pushed them all away. And that's kind of true, but there's a reason for that, Hook. When you play the game at the highest of levels, like Chris Jericho does, the rules are different.
Where's Batman, Johnny?
True. And once you understand that, Hook, you're going to understand what I'm trying to teach you, okay? Thank you. I'm not asking you to trust me 100% right now,
Then why should he trust
but I
you?
am asking you to
Yeah.
believe in me as much as I believe in you.
Believe in the me that believes in you. I literally say that on the daily.
Yeah, Chris, I believe in you. I believe in you so much that I got us a match. A collision right here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Yeah, but Chris, I'll be keeping my eye on you.
They're going against each other again.
I wouldn't expect anything less. You're learning already, Hook.
Are they going against each other or do they?
Wow, Lion Hook in action this Saturday night.
I don't know who wanted to see that again, but I'll tell you.
Or they?
Jericho wanted to see it again. So,
Your Jericho likes to see anything with himself again.
Lion Hook in
So
action.
how are you doing tonight, Johnny?
Or they're teaming up together. I don't know that time like they're teaming together.
That makes sense.
I don't want to see that either, really. I just scrap the whole feud and do something else.
One night,
All right, Shane Taylor.
you beat the golden child and the first world champion of AEW.
Massachusetts has a history of great fighters. You had Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler,
Woo!
and Lee Moriarty are going to add their names to that list. This Saturday on Collision
You're so silly.
is knock out the Ocho.
Yeah, it's a tag match.
So I'll tell you what, boys, your hands can't hit,
I actually like that.
eyes can't see. On Collision, Lionhook gets their ass beat by STP. Rumble. Bad man. Rumble.
Tony, we
Yeah,
have to wait
that
long
was-
to find out who's going to challenge Lionhook. Wow, they stepped up to the plate.
I'm a little ahead of you. It's great.
It's going to be
It's
hard.
right.
Moriarty and Shane have definitely made a lot of noise.
I'm glad you're doing well, Johnny. That makes me super happy. Are you going to be watching WrestleMania this weekend? Ooh, the FTW title. The only title to elude Chris Jericho.
I'm surprised he hasn't won that type of title already.
I don't want him to have it. He already had the ROH title, and that was my other title that I didn't think he should ever have.
Destroy that giant TV in his house, and then Billy and his wife walked in. Man, that just was nuts. And Bill got a big right hand. Even before Jay White realized it. And Billy Gunn, I mean, he's obviously very, to put it mildly, displeased with Jay White. Well, on Collision, Billy Gunn told me, he said, you know what? I want Jay White. When they were playing, told the Guns, don't stay away if you stay away. So you see the Guns are not here. They claim they're not here at ringside. Right now, Jay White is hung up in a bad way. It's going to be like that.
I love Billy Gunn. He's just manhandling him as he should. I know that like everybody loves Switchblade, and I get that. And I know that he is really cool, and he's done a lot of stuff in other companies that was really cool, and I get that too. Billy's got it phenomenal. But like I am one of those people that I have such respect for like people like Billy Gunn who are not just, you know, older and in the industry, but who are older and still in peak physical condition in the industry. Like, you know, that man's taking care of himself, being safe while wrestling, otherwise, you know, he wouldn't still be wrestling. And I just love seeing them in stuff like this. It makes me so happy. Him and Dustin. Everybody says that Dustin's gonna go over to WWE again, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I've seen him and he kind of acts like towards a lot of people. You know, he's there's two new roads now. Either they're nephews or cousins that Dustin Rhodes is training at that the team in Dustin Rhodes' Wrestling Academy. They're wrestling now. The first match, so
I can't wait. I follow Dustin on Instagram, so I definitely have seen all of his posts about that. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
but at the end of it, we kind of talked to The Rock a little bit. At the end of that,
Oh, yeah. I like that though, and that's what's got everybody talking. I honestly thoroughly enjoy the Attitude Era feel that they have going on right now, and I hope that that creates a little bit of, you know, competition to kind of fire back, and in a sense of, I would love a battle of creativity between the two companies.
WWE Attitude Era.
I feel like WWE is kind of getting more back into that feel. what with The Rock and the network change, and like once they're on Netflix, they're gonna be able to do and say pretty much anything they want.
That's what CM Punk made it seem like when he said, we're not on Netflix yet. So
Yeah,
when the
like
Monday, it wasn't last Monday, but the Monday before that, that felt like the Attitude Era.
oh
Like,
yeah,
signs are back, the crowd's into it. And there was a lot of segments that weren't afraid to go over the line, which you had The Rock and CM Punk on the same show. So, and both of them were not afraid to say what they want to say. So,
I mean, well, The Rock has literally like every ability to. It's not even just being afraid to say what he wants to say. I feel like he's really reveling in it. The whole section that they had recently of the Twitter videos of the kids crying because Maui's beating up Cody and kids think Cody's dead, and you can see him like trying not to crack a smile. I'm like, that's golden. I'm so glad that he's out there enjoying the heel thing and doing it well. I mean, it's good. It's a good time to be a fan.
I thought it was funny when I believe it was when was it? It was this Monday when Roman Reigns and The Rock was in the ring. Ooh, that could have went sideways.
When Roman and The Rock were in the ring with.
They just did that little interview and the whole crowd started chanting CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know that fans are getting more into it now, because before WWE their crowds were quiet as like they wouldn't make any, but now they're chanting people like they used to. Like they've got that excitement back.
You will be watching WrestleMania. Heck yeah. And if anybody's out there wondering why, especially me, somebody who is like a massive like AEW stan, is talking about WWE so excitedly, it's because it's a phenomenal time to be a wrestling fan. And great creativity breeds more great creativity. Competition in those things is phenomenal. And for me, I love wrestling. All of it, all of it's good. It's just WWE has not been able to hold my attention in a really long time. So let me get excited. Let's all get excited.
Even Brian Danielson said that Cody Rhodes messaged him after his hour match with MJF and
It's because people should everybody in the industry. Well, not everybody, but a lot of wrestlers who work for different companies respect everybody. Like they all want to see each other succeed and flourish, and it doesn't matter what company you work for. And I feel like why can't we as fans do the same thing?
I know.
That is such yes. I hate tribalism. It makes me want to,
I'm not talking about
anyone. Somebody who literally up until like what? Connor, 3-4 weeks ago, did not watch WWE anymore since like 2008. So like I took a mighty break from that show. Like,
yeah.
But if it's good, it's good.
On True TV and TBS. We've never spoken.
Did you watch The Bray, Connor?
Love stargazing, hate parallel parking.
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
Documentary? Yeah, I watched that.
That was so good.
Speaking of that, if anyone's seen that, Becoming Immortal with Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, at the end of it, I had like a little teaser with Bo Dallas, his brother. I thought that was pretty interesting because I'm predicting Raw after Mania. That's when he comes back at Raw after Mania, because normally Raw after Mania, a lot of stories are completed. They need new things to go on with, so that would.
Can I address something really quick?
If you want to, I was going to.
But... Okay.
Wait, well, you talked about this a minute ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was literally just talking about this. There's no turning on anything. As somebody who has known me for just as long as Connor has known me, and who hasn't been around very much recently, I'm definitely going to be the first person to say that I've always said, even to your knowledge, Mark, that wrestling is awesome. Wrestling is wrestling. Yes, I prefer AEW, but at the end of the day, if it's the good stuff, it's good stuff, right? So I really don't feel like there's a place for people who say condescending things like that to people who really enjoy wrestling as a whole. And that's just really not nice to do. So, I mean, if you want to call somebody a fake fan for enjoying former AEW talent and, potential future AEW talent, just because you are being petty, then that is up to you, good sir. But I suggest you take that elsewhere.
25 a month every month. Sorry.
Can't put me back in the wrestling. I heard a lot of people say that. For me, I was probably gonna get out of wrestling for AEW. 2018 sucked. Golly, WWE's at its worst is worse. That's just some unwatchable crap. Then AEW started, and then Vince McMahon got the hell out. Triple H kind of got it a little bit better. Not a little bit. He's drastically changed it.
Yeah.
But for me, I like watching. I watch a lot of stuff. Like I don't have time to sit there and watch everything every day, but like even like TNA, I don't watch like I used to, but I still know what's going on. Like I'll watch the highlights or whatever. Yeah, I try watching. I can't watch everything; it's just not possible. But I watch what I can.
I watch most stuff. The only thing that I don't hit up on the regular is the what is it? The one. Buddy's on there. We were talking about him just coming back to Bobby Fish is on there.
Bobby Fish. MLW.
Thank you. So the only one that I don't watch on the reg right now is that New Japan, because there's so much New Japan. And I mean I try to keep up with pretty much everything else. Like even we've been watching all of the Legends stuff and all of like the documentaries and everything. Like I'm trying to be on top of everything. Because that's just, but yeah, I was the same as you, Connor. I mean, mind you, I was already out, but AEW rekindled my love for wrestling and wrestling as a whole. Sorry, Jay White had like the most nasty facial. But like wrestling as a whole right now is so freaking good, just all the way around. How can you not love it? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna skip that one because it makes me want to pimp slap somebody. Oh, I love you, Manic.
As you can see, it looks like he's almost out. Yeah, he's drooling. Might have some dehydration.
Yeah, I agree. I still feel like to this day, All Out 2021 is probably the best AEW pay-per-view, top to bottom. All In was really good, but I feel like just the build to All In and the surprises we got. AEW's had really good pay-per-views besides that one, but that one stands out the most. So.
I actually worked on the other side of that, but I do know how to throw a good pimp slap from experience. It's all in the hips.
Billy Gunn's gonna win this. Feels like.
Billy Gunn better win this.
I'd rather him win this because if Jay White wins, they're not gonna win those Fearless titles. So Billy Gunn needs to win, so the next match I can win those Fearless titles.
Get out of the way, Austin. You're not the one who deserves to get hit with the chair. If anything, Colton does.
So I'm fixing to get hit with the chair.
You bag banging son of a gun.
Well, this is where Juice Robinson should come back or something.
Ooh, that would be cool. I would very much love that. Which is weird because I never used to like Juice, and now I love him.
You're gonna hit your own son? Yeah, there goes the match. You don't see that much. You don't see that much in AEW.
Which one? Disqualification?
Yeah, you don't see that much.
No, you really don't. I like that they don't overutilize things like that, though, because then when it happens, it means something.
Like, give Jay White the chair and he'll end it. She claimed got attacked, so they can't come out.
I like that.
Well, never mind. Yes, they are going to come out.
You guys are really good at taking dudes down in tandem like that.
And you shot us back. But I think he's gonna be out for a long time.
Oh. Oh no, he hit him so hard he knocked him into collision.
Well,
That was gold. Don't you even shake your head at me.
This is where I leave.
Oh! Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Taz at times gives me Howard Finkel vibes.
Ha!
Tell me I'm wrong.
I love the Acclaimed. Oh, that guy wanted to be scissored so badly. The old guy in the black and yellow. He was like, ugh. That'd be me though. I feel like,
Please,
right? Oh, yay.
It's Matthew and Nicholas.
I love them. They're so ridiculous.
now I'm curious. Ric Flair signed a multi-year deal. I wonder if he's ever gonna come back.
I hope so. I hope he comes back as some badass manager. Oh my god, they have matching tracksuits.
I feel like he should do something with. Really, it should be MJF. Really.
Sure, you let the boys go, but Sue's getting more.
Yeah. Boys. I miss the boys already. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, because I was already so distraught over what's happening with Dalton. Now, what is he going to do?
Go find the boys.
Go find new boys.
No, he doesn't want those boys.
New boys. Maybe he gets them.
It's funny because this wasn't supposed to be the Final Four at all. Like this was
It's a very odd group.
because Mox and Kalaya was supposed to be in it. Top Flight wasn't supposed to be in the Final Four. It was supposed to be Ricky Starks and Big Bill.
What a one piece.
If I was gonna buy a book, it'd probably be Becky Lynch.
Yeah, out of them, it would be Becky Lynch.
I actually had a book be given to me. It was a Chris Jericho book. Years ago, he wrote.
Did you read it?
I haven't read it yet.
I prefer audiobooks when it comes to like biographies and stuff. The only biography I've ever read was George Carlin's, but that man was funny as fuck. So I mean, you know, it was easy to read.
He wasn't trying.
Yep.
Last week, you won a four-way matchup. Bray Shot faced Julia Hart
This is where Chris Statlander turn on below.
How does it feel to have that championship match in just a few weeks?
She looks so weird in her one piece. Oh, it's not even one piece. It looks like a one piece.
It's not a one piece. It's the fact that the leggings have like the crotch outline, that they look like really bad granny panties, but
She looks like a rejected member of Team Rocket.
oh, rejected member of Team Rocket. Bah, she just needs the big red R.
All right, back.
Bless you.
It's very special to you guys. It's very special to a lot of wrestlers. You know, so many of us have left our sweat on the canvas. We've had great nights there. But to me, this is really like.
That's what I think about that. Did you see that face? Did you see that face, Johnny? Do I need to do it up close?
This is where I learned who Will
That's what I think about that.
Where I figured out who I am.
Never plug
You know,
in
and every
your
time
charger.
I questioned, does a girl like me?
I was about to play that.
Hopefully it's just one of the aliens.
Unconventional, chubby, curly-haired freak like me. If I belonged and I could make it in wrestling, your cheers reassured
I hope
me.
you win it just so you can use.
This applause,
It's gonna be great story.
this applause is what honored me, made me blossom into the woman standing
You
in
are
front of me.
pretty smiley.
This woman who is going to be challenging Julia Hart at Dynasty for the TBS Championship. You have all made me so confident. I am so confident from your love and support. I know I am going to be the smiling face of TBS. And I'm going to say something uncharacteristic of me.
They have a WWE YouTube. You can definitely go check it out. Connor, it's called the World Ride of which one is it called?
Worldwide Wrestling Podcast.
Heck yeah, you can go check it out there. But if I remember correctly, even back in your day on here, we definitely discussed all types of wrestling because we are wrestling fans. Heck yes, power of positivity.
She impresses me. She impresses the entire world. I mean, think about it.
Mercedes. She hasn't done anything since being in AEW. I hate to say it.
She really
She hasn't.
no.
She hasn't. Like her presence hasn't been a big impact like I thought it would be for the women. It hasn't.
I really do hope that she does bring a ladies like main event to a pay-per-view very soon. I think that would be absolutely stellar.
What's up?
Swerve really is a beast.
Please say hello to your CEO.
Doesn't normally the CEO bring a lot of money to the table?
Pairing up with Julia.
So I thought what CEO did. I like
I
her
like her
hair
little
though.
dance, but I don't like her CEO. That needs to be slapped out of her. She needs to get that slapped out of her. By the DMD.
The TBS champion at Double or Nothing. I get next.
So she's not wrestling to Double or
Because
Nothing.
in Vegas, money
What are you gonna do?
changes
What are you gonna do between there? Nothing.
Nothing. Maybe we'll see. I hope there's more. I hope she comes out more and does stuff.
But how does she get a title shot? She's not even. So we brought back the rankings for no reason.
It's very true. The only reason that I feel like she wants one even is just because of the whole turn Willow thing. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I don't feel like she should just get shot up to the top. That was one thing that I really hated when it happened before. It's just like I'm not a big fan of getting in and getting right to the end. It's like, come on, where's your build? You just make all your homegrown people look like poop.
That's what WWE used to do a lot. Which they still do it sometimes. Like if they bring back like Goldberg or it's stupid how they. But that's what I liked about AEW is they didn't do stuff like that. But I feel like that if she's not gonna wrestle between Double or Nothing, what is she gonna do? Just commentate matches? Just do
I'd like to
commentary?
see her wrestle. Like the whole thing is that I've seen very few matches of her. I watched a little bit of like New Japan stuff with her, but other than that, I hadn't really watched a whole lot. So I was very excited to see her come to AEW so I could watch her wrestle. But
I guess she'll just do commentary and talk. I guess that's what she's gonna do. She really just came for the money at this point. She doesn't have to wrestle. She don't have to do anything. She can just talk, make a bunch of millions. Doing her contract suck, go back to WWE. That's what it feels.
From start to finish, try TurboTax Live service. A tax expert will do your taxes and find every dollar guaranteed. Try TurboTax Live full service. Rough start to your day? Try new dial exfoliating box.
ooh, thingy's dying. Ooh, do you have some of yours? Wow.
That's all the juice they have.
Philip?
Yeah, it's been doing that.
Started with me. But yeah, I'm actually very excited to be watching more wrestling lately, Connor. As I mentioned when I started the podcast, I don't know if any of you viewers out there remember, or even if you remember, Connor. But I have been one of those people that I'm really excited. I've been trying to get myself into more wrestling because I used to be just like we watched everything in my house growing up. And so I really enjoy the idea of having something to watch all the time when it comes to programming for wrestling. So it's been really great that I've been able to get into things finally again. I love that they use the cultivator.
Yeah, they had a perfect opportunity for 3 women's matches at Dynasty. So I'm guessing that we'll just get the 2 title matches. Well, she could still wrestle at Dynasty, but I don't know.
I think that yeah, she definitely doesn't need a title to be doing stuff, and especially if she's just gonna peace out. Don't give her a belt. Like she don't deserve a belt.
Unless she's gonna use it, represent it well, and then put it over to somebody else.
Yes, unless that is the case. Like I would really love to see, like I said, a female main event at a pay per view would be really dope. And if putting a belt on her is how we get that to happen, then whatever, I guess. But at the moment, I don't feel like she deserves the shot.
I wouldn't have signed her. Like, I feel like people are just taking advantage of Tony at this. Like, they're just taking advantage, trying to get all the money they can, and just they don't want to do anything. But they don't want to do anything. And I thought Mercedes was supposed to be the CEO, and she's just the CEO of talking. Just,
Yeah, it ain't wrestling.
I mean, at least I don't know. At least have a match on. At least have a match or 2 before. You know, there's people that they could put her against. Put her against Anna Jay, or she's not gonna lose, obviously, but put her against
Did she not have a match
Abaddon.
against Red Velvet? Am I thinking somebody? I was thinking Dion. Never mind.
Yeah, you got Abaddon, Red Velvet. Do
Here,
not
Hogan.
do not put Miss Shavir on TV. I will not watch that if she's on my TV. Miss Shavir doesn't. I don't want to see it. Keep
Not
her
even
somewhere.
not even if Mercedes gets to kick her butt.
I don't want to see her.
You don't want to see her pieces?
I prefer, like, if it was up to me, out of the 10 people released, she'd have been one of them. I hate to say it, but when someone's that bad and they're not improving, golly. But I feel like they got closer to Roderick Strong once they got close.
I'm actually really excited for this match. I think that this will be two teams that can, because they're two teams that can do very, very cool shit in the ring. And so I'm hoping that they spend a lot of time showing us that in this match.
I'm guessing the Joe and Swerve contract signing is the main segment, I guess, or the last segment.
Probably.
8:25. I don't know any of the matches that's supposed to go on tonight. Oh, Thunder Rosa and Mariah May.
Oh.
I don't know how they're gonna have time to fit both of that in there.
Yeah, like how are we gonna do this?
But sometimes they'll either go overtime. So if tonight was any time they use a 30-minute overtime night stuff, like WWE, like Raw and SmackDown, for example, like when they're done at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, they're done. Like they don't get to go over. Like that's it.
They do have neat little after segments of like I watched that whole thing after with The Rock and Cody. That was dope. I was like,
Yeah.
I like this. Keep dropping F-bombs at me, sir. Keep doing it. I'm very happy right now. Ooh. Oh. I feel like if he hit the ropes, like Trent gets thrown at the ropes and he bounces back, but like the ropes hit him in all of the like joint kind of areas and kind of his thighs. And when he bounces back, I just think of like getting hit in those spots all simultaneously and using that to propel me backwards. I'm like, ow, ow.
Ooh, there we go. I like to see. I would like to have done that my first day of training, just to see how that would have felt.
Right? Like, I think it was so cool. I really, really, really want to get into wrestling here. Connor, it's starting to get like as an itch. Starting to get an itch.
See, a lot of things you think it's easy to do, but like doing like a drop kick, you want to do it, but you can't physically move yourself to. It takes a lot of it's a lot of mental. You really gotta.
It's mental, and it's also a lot of muscle control, and like you have to not only get yourself up there, but you have to get yourself up there and then like out like this. Like that's a lot of muscle control that you need to do, dude. And I mean, I know you guys can't see it, but like, just remember that I used to be completely round. I can put in the work.
Someone's debuting on AEW in just a few months.
Ooh.
They're actually from Massachusetts, actually. They're already on TV, I think.
I'm excited. I like new people.
This person's not really new in wrestling. I wonder if you'll get it. They're in Massachusetts.
Nope, I won't get it. I'm very silly, Connor.
You can't see him.
Oh, no way. What?
You can't. He just made his AEW debut, but you can't see him.
Oh my goodness! Orange Cassidy and Trent are in trouble. Let's keep to the action.
John Cena.
No, but like that's what I mean. But what? Really?
Yeah, he's there technically in spirit. He's always in any wrestling company. You just can't see him.
You can't see him. That's funny. You're so silly.
He's actually been in AEW before. We're not. John Cena Sr. has. He was actually there one time.
Connor, do you think that WWE paid for the ad time in picture to have John Cena's Wipeout commercials run just so they had John Cena on AEW television? Because I do.
AEW do it?
No, like WWE, like just to be petty, be like, it's not really WWE product, but it's totally John Cena still on screen during AEW programming.
Yeah, I think he's actually been. I think they've actually done that with the.
They really did. They used to do it all the time.
He was also in a car commercial.
No way.
Too.
Sorry, was that Connor?
What did I say? That John Cena's in a car commercial, and there's a lot of commercials that he does.
I love John Cena. I think he's funny as heck.
Oh my god.
Ricky Stenicki was aces.
Wendy's Orange Dreams Go Frosty. This takes me back, man.
It's like taking a trip down memory lane.
I think I've
I
kept
didn't know
quiet
they
too
sold
long
dreamsicles
now.
on memory lane. The flavor
I told you, you
tastes
said it
great.
again.
Wendy's
Something was going to
Orange
happen.
Dreams
So
Go Frosty.
I don't normally do this on here. It's the first time for everything else.
Honestly,
Uh,
we definitely have to stress the
But
exciting
you don't
parts.
like watching this podcast, obviously. You spend a lot of time watching us. I feel like you're just doing this because you messaged me for weeks and I wouldn't let you back on here. Go cry somewhere else. I mean, golly. I don't want you on here. No one wants you back on here. I was the one that wanted you on here. Then I would try to convince everyone else to want you on here, but they didn't want you on here.
If you save
Uh,
$750 like this,
So just go cry somewhere else, dude.
Like
And
blackberries, cranberries.
exactly.
I agree with Connor. I mean, and you honestly were like half the time one of the guys who's talking a lot of WWE when people started talking WWE. So I mean, it's fine. Everybody likes every wrestling program, and we are a good, positive place that likes everything. And there is a podcast where they do live WWE stuff. Ha ha, ha ha.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be
You did awesome, Connor. Respect.
but not with
yeah, I got
treats. Greenies, well-being made wonderful.
by the time I go on a full rant. So, I don't feel good to do it. You're lucky I don't feel good doing it. To do it, but come back here next Wednesday, and I should have a rant ready.
I just don't think it's appropriate. It's so silly. Like, does
I
the
don't feel
man
good.
forget the way that he
I
used
don't.
to talk on here?
I don't feel good. So you're not gonna get right out of me tonight. But Colorado, Detroit.
Delicious.
Some people just hate for attention.
I agree. Oh, that looks neat. What you guys doing? Oh,
Ooh, that was a nasty crossbody. He's gonna feel that. I've seen that happen before.
oof.
Across the jaw of Matthew Jackson. Now Orange Cassidy. Double Hurricane Rana. Cassidy got a little too greedy with that one. Super kick. DDT.
I remember someone doing that before.
Nicholas.
Like it.
Kick to Trent Beretta. I don't think Beretta saw that coming. Oh, wait. They're pointing at turnbuckle. Matthew's pointing towards it. Cassidy puts on the brakes. Right to the draw. Matthew. Orange punch attempted. Yep. Oh my God. And Gary. Lariat turns. Cassidy inside out. And the Bucks, they lost control of this match for a moment, Taz, but quickly gained it. That's what stands the Bucks. Such a great team.
His mom's really ringside for this.
It really is. With a little bottle of water and a towel and everything. I think it's so funny.
Right now, it's a moment frame. Right now, Orange Cassidy is all
Man.
Brent Beretta is still on the floor. He's trying to get his face smashed in. Now the Bucks mocking Orange Cassidy. For the EVP trigger.
Oh, Cassie's getting a little riled.
A wind up. Knees colliding. Matthew and Nicholas win.
You think Diana will get involved in the Rosa and Mariah May match? I don't know. I'm always down to see more Diana. She is phenomenal and super talented, so that'd be kind of dope. Did I miss something?
Kick out by Nicholas right there. That's what he was beat. And across the bracket, the East semifinal going down.
Swerve spitting some truths.
I won't be watching Collision live, but it looks pretty good. FTR and Top Flight.
You're looking at the Collision card?
11:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, they got FTR, so it's gonna be a good somewhat of a good episode since they're going to be on there. On our Rampage, Malachi Black's going to be on there.
I'm excited. I love Malachi.
Yes, Malachi and Christopher Daniels.
Fallen Angel. That's one of the other people that like. Okay, when they announced that, like when Christopher Daniels came out, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And they was like going up against Malachi Black, and I was like, damn it. And I was like, what? Why? And I'm like, well, because now I know he's gonna lose, and I love Christopher Daniels, and I hate when he loses.
Yeah, he didn't beat Malachi. But I like they got Malachi more in singles, so that gives me hope that they're gonna put a singles title on him.
I hope so.
Like if they want to
Was
keep
he gonna super kick Sue?
Well,
oh my God! Please do it. Please do it. Do it. If she has agreed to this and can take the bump, do it. Like.
Oh wait.
Someone bleeding?
Oh.
I thought I just saw like Matt Jackson's nose busted.
Ooh.
No, I was wrong.
I'm like, not that I condone elder abuse, you guys. I just think it would make for phenomenal storytelling. Okay.
I was just saying, like, I thought it would have been
Do
good.
it. Or she's fixing to hit him probably.
Oh yeah, I love Sue for that. She's so full of attitude. It's great. I like that it's something that they don't overutilize. They bring her out every so often. It's like a little treat. You're like, oh, look at Sue. And I love that. Do you think if Trent ever turned that Sue would be like, evil Sue?
They might actually win this. Count. 1, 2.
Oh.
Slow count.
Very.
Rick Knox always referees the Young Bucks matches, so what a coincidence. They should do that. That Rick Knox is a heel referee. He's all behind the Young Bucks, and he always does like that'd be good storytelling.
That would be crazy.
They used to do that in WCW. I forget who it was, but they did. Damn. Well, you gotta do smarter than that.
I'm happy that they won. I hope that this is the destruction of best friends.
She's pissed.
I'm not a bad person. I just like good story. And you can't have good story without conflict. You know?
Stories are what makes me like wrestlers more.
Well, yeah, you grow attached to them. You go through these things with them as you watch it, and then I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of what wrestling is.
We're definitely getting Young Bucks and FTR. I mean, Top Flight could win, but I don't. We've seen a lot of upsets in this tournament. Some of them were not on purpose either. Like Ricky Starks and Big Bill were supposed to win, but they called them out of the ring. Even that House of Black stuff, that was a pretty pleasant upset.
Yes. Yes. I remember from the winning the play-in match to progressing all the way to the semifinals of the tournament. A lot to be proud of. Let's hug it up again, best friends.
Someone's gonna happen here, probably.
Here you go, Excalibur.
Ooh. Chuck Taylor doesn't know what to think.
I hear you clotheslined an elderly woman in a wheelchair. She knew what she was getting into.
Chuck Taylor acts like he knew it was going to happen.
I'm excited! I'm so excited!
I was kind of hoping it was Cassidy.
It was long.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be Cassidy doing the turn, for sure. I'm all about the blood orange. Full show.
But Chuck Taylor has to join Trent. They can't break up best friends. Because Chuck
Yeah,
Taylor,
gotta give people what they want.
watch. That's why Jim Ross should have been here. Like he would have made that whole. He would have made. Who drug this whole thing out? I don't know if he
Honestly,
has.
the only reason I didn't pop my top, Connor, is because I knew I was ahead of you.
Yeah, because I kind of assumed that's what it was. Or someone was going to turn on someone.
Tried
It was,
to.
it was
hold
long
it.
overrated. It's about time that Trent. Hopefully Chuck Taylor joins him though, because Chuck Taylor was kind of like he didn't know what side to take really.
Keeps them relevant, gives them story too.
Definitely does.
Orange Cassidy definitely needed something different, and this is something different. Okay. But still, I'm still gonna say it. Revolution, that match should have been if Orange Cassidy loses, he couldn't compete with that title for a whole year. I'll still believe that.
No international title for you. Bad. Where's the rolled up newspaper?
But he's definitely not going for that title right now.
I think he has bigger things to worry about.
Lights out now. Dynasty. They could do that Dynasty. I don't know. Wish I got a few more weeks. So yeah, they got time to build that for Dynasty.
Wow, Dan, how'd you get your tires so shiny?
Black Magic.
Black Magic, the techno band?
I'm actually so excited right now, you guys. Like, I really, really was hoping that it was gonna be Orange. That like.
That's who I thought it was. With your reaction, I thought, look, I was just catching for Orange Cassidy the Superman punch Trent, but it was
Oh,
the
that
other
would
way
have been
around.
so good. I mean, technically, Trent was the one who lost it. Like, he even got a kiss from his mama and everything, and he still lost. I don't know why you're mad. I think everybody should. I think Sue should be mad because you let her down. Like, for shame.
Engineered to meet or exceed original equipment performance exclusively at AutoZone.
Everyone's hyped that Wendy's made
Like, save it for Double or Nothing. The build to it would have to be insane. Oh gosh, Tony Storm sure looks phenomenal. Both of them.
She's walking like she got juiced.
I
Right in your Robinson.
really love those drippy heart sunglasses. They're so pretty.
Not half painted this time. Okay.
She's also got some way better glue for her face gems. They don't fall off as often anymore, and she's wearing less of them. And stuck in her hair. It just looked inconvenient for her. And I felt like she doesn't need all of them.
What do you think of punching the wrong way? If it
Like,
flips and it's like folded outwards,
yeah.
then they pushed in.
Yeah, it's just gonna hurt all around at that point. I like that she keeps the paint though, because honestly, with the blonde hair, when it's pulled into the ponytail like that, it's very hard to tell. Well, when someone turns on a best friend, that's a blood feud. Sorry, that's actually super cool. I'm very excited. Sorry about that, you guys. Thank you so much, Johnny. That made my whole day.
That made me get blood orange.
Blood orange! I really want it. I want it so badly. Mercedes facing either Hart or Willow at Double or Nothing. Let's go. I'm all for her wrestling. I want to see her wrestle. I want to see her wrestle more before that, though, would be also really cool. Thank you. But I am excited for it, Deb. Ooh.
Just like the legs and make sure she didn't push into that. Or we should take it.
I love how whenever it goes back to Tony, it's the black and white. Beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
Mariah again with the Tony cosplay. We called it though. The moment that she came out the very first time, and when Tony acknowledged her, and it was like the only time that Tony had acknowledged her and like recognized her. It was like she's not gonna stop dressing as Tony because it's the only way that she can get attention from the object of her affections. So it makes sense. Like, I mean, personally, I dig it. I mean, what's that they say about Twin Fest? She acknowledged her. Yes, she definitely did. But as herself, I love that she like smooches herself. That makes me chuckle. They did that scene a couple of times. You could tell because Tony had the lipstick here, even though she had wiped most of it off. You could tell that they had done that a couple times. It was weird when Mariah kissed. I mean, technically, Tony kissed Mariah. To be fair, Tony kissed Mariah, and I was literally just talking about that. She had to do the scene multiple times. Why did Tony Khan book that? Honestly, I think when it comes to the Timeless character, a lot of the writing is done between RJ and Tony, like Tony Storm, I believe, and potentially Juice Robinson. I mean, I imagine he has his hands in that somehow. But yeah, for the most part, like Tony Storm's like Timeless Tony was RJ City's brain baby, from what I understand.
Juice has got his hands in something.
Yeah, Juice always has hands on him. But like, I am a massive, massive fan of the whole thing. And her kissing herself makes sense. She loves herself. She loves herself so much. And Mariah letting it happen also makes sense. She loves Tony. She loves Tony so much. Like, it makes sense to me. Next scene between them might be even weirder than Saturday. Some people would pay to see that. I mean,
is that on a different platform?
Yeah. Is that on Tony's other platform? Do we get to see the extended cut version of this promo backstage? Renee was there. I'm down.
We need a deeper look.
Much deeper.
We need it behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Can you describe what you were feeling at this moment?
Ooh, it really, man, like some of these kicks look a little heavy. Oh yes, sorry, darling. I don't want to see that. I don't even know want to know what they did after that. Put mayonnaise on each other's faces for face masks. They wanted to do facials together with mayonnaise. I just love that. I'm so sad that we never got like a behind the scenes of that. I can't remember if it was Saraya or if it was Ruby Soho who was like, yeah, no, I just saw her over there. She was using mayonnaise as a face mask. And I'm like, why don't we get to see this? I want to see that. Yeah, it was Saraya. You're right. And it was so just like casual and confused. She really delivers on her lines. I will say that about Saraya. Like, she can deliver when it comes to like all of her lines.
Her brother needs to calm down a little bit. I think he's
I'm worried.
Even in his head that he's not getting over the way he's doing it. He's just not.
No. But I mean, that's the thing about changing things up. I believe that they can do that. He still has time. Dynamite. I love Tony Storm. I used to hate Tony Storm. I love Tony Storm. She's so funny.
She won you over.
She did. It takes a lot. When I don't like somebody, it takes a lot for me to like get won over by them. Use fried chicken as a face mask.
Some Gaga stuff.
I'm excited for May 29th Dynamite in LA Kia Forum. Let's go. Hell yeah, Deb. I can't use any face products because my skin hates everything. So I wear blush. Ooh, actually that's a lie. Okay? So I got this really cool free face stuff moisturizer in this little tiny tube. And it turns out the regular size tube of this is like $70. So I'm like, well, the one thing that works on my face. But I definitely wouldn't put mayonnaise on my face. My face would hate me. My skin hates almost everything.
Surprised they changed the camera view there.
Me too, actually. I was actually going to mention that, but I'm like, you're a perv, Sai. Don't say that. I bet we get Mariah versus Tony at Dynasty. Calling it. Hell yeah. How about ketchup? Ketchup is very acidic-y, actually. I don't know. Maybe. Depending on the situation. If I really needed a, I don't know.
Sweet chili pie.
Yeah, I try not to put anything. You want to know what I do get all over my face, like constantly? Peanut butter. And it sounds really weird, but it's because when I eat peanut butter toast, I only like the middle part, but I don't take off the crust part because other people like the crust part. So when I bite into it, I tend to get peanut butter on my face. Look at the way Rosa's folded. That looks very uncomfortable. Good job, girl.
She's a thunder pretzel.
Yeah. Imagine if Mariah gets the title shot and she's only been in AEW 3 months. I mean, we were literally just talking about that with Mercedes Moné and wanting the TBS title. I was like, my thing is that Mariah has been wrestling lots. And she lost. Which is, I mean, but like Mariah has been wrestling lots. It's not like she hasn't been putting in work for it. I mean, I don't know if they're doing rankings or anything anymore, considering that we don't really know what the heck is going on. Can you get a microphone, Rosa? Rosa, I'm tired of you just shouting things at people and shouting at the camera, Rosa. Rosa, get a microphone. You want to say something? Say it properly. Cut yourself a promo. Make a vignette. I don't know. Stop shouting. Sorry.
Luther was just doing the
Squishing your head. I love that.
That made me giggle.
They say Rosa and May was 1 and 2 rankings came and go. They do that. They're like, we're bringing back rankings. Just kidding. No, we're not. We're bringing back rankings. Oh, just kidding again. Gotcha. Ooh. Hell yeah.
Love me some Penta.
Rosa versus Storm at Dynasty. See, my thing is, well, I mean, I'm totally gonna buy it anyway. But like, my thing is I'm very, very excited that they're doing the Rosa versus Storm because I mean, like, Rosa never really got pinned for that. She just gave it up. Welcome back, Connor.
Right. What did Pentagon just say?
He challenged.
I'm Copeland.
Copeland.
He challenged Copeland to battle somebody who's actually an AEW original.
I'm very excited.
Before we get to next Wednesday, this Saturday night,
I have Pentagon and Commander.
on 11:30 Eastern, immediately following NCAA men's tournament basketball on TNT. It will be Penta.
I actually would not mind that at all. I'm going to tell you right now why I wouldn't mind that at all. Not that I don't think she's phenomenal. I definitely think she's absolutely amazing. Ring of Honor is my favorite promotion. I think that Athena needs women to fight. She needs talented women to fight. They brought in Hikaru for her to fight. Like, they need somebody there.
From the Shavens Arena in
Like,
St.
I'm losing my mind here.
I don't know what she would do in Ring of Honor though. Like she would just be doing she would just be going against random people and like
They're not random people, Connor. They're only random because you don't watch.
Normally, the people that they have on, like a lot of them aren't even like some people.
Well,
in
now
that
we have
tournament.
Taya. They're really pulling up Lady Frost. We have Billy. The Renegades are there, but they're what we call it, Diamante, and what the heck is her other the Mercedes Martinez. Like, they have some talented ladies there, but Athena has already steamrolled every single one of them into the fucking ground repeatedly. Like,
I just prefer Diana. Like she just got signed not too long ago.
valid. I do love her on AEW. Don't get me wrong, but if she was to go to ROH, I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't gonna be mad.
I just don't want to get. I don't want to see her get treated like Ty Valkyrie. So Ty Valkyrie deserves better than what she's being treated right now.
Taya Valkyrie has her own YouTube show. She is like she has so much time on ROH. She's like literally the main storyline on ROH right now, not only for women, but men. She's like not even, I don't even think she's in the women's title picture right now in ROH, but she's still getting tons of TV time because of her storyline with Dalton Castle. I don't know. I think she's being treated all right, like, in my opinion.
Well, it's just like when they brought her in, she lost against Jay twice. Then lost against Chris Statlander twice.
Yeah, I did not like that at all.
And then she lost against Sheeta twice. So like, they just buried her when they brought her. It's like they just buried her and put her on Ring of Honor, and that was that.
Where she's kicking butt. Owning that Ring of Honor.
I just thought she should have stayed in TNA, honestly, because TNA really used her to her potential.
I mean, I love ROH, and I love what they're doing with her. So in my opinion, to each their own for sure. Just because like she does get so much time, and she gets to hang out with her hubby and do ridiculous, what I think is stupid with her hubby.
I remember TNA. Who hasn't seen it? Ty Valkyrie versus Tessa Blanchard. They had a lot of good matches. That's what makes me. If you watch those matches, you see Ty Valkyrie as more of a bigger name than what she's been treated in AEW. Like, really, if you go based off that match, she could probably kick Britt Baker's ass.
Like, oh man, now that would be a fight that I would love to watch. Britt Baker and Taya Valkyrie.
I think it was Homecoming 2019. Tessa Blanchard and Taya Valkyrie. Which Taya Valkyrie had a lot of good matches in TNA and Lucha Underground. And
I think AEW didn't copyright Final Boss, and I think that's why The Rock didn't fuck it, because he's not even having it on the shirt right now. Matt is listening to this shirt.
Yeah, sure. Well, sometimes AEW goes over time, so.
You think Hikaru is winning the belt?
I hope so, just so Athena can come back to AEW. I don't know what she would do in AEW though, Athena. I don't know what they would have her do.
Well, she'd be coming up to terrorize everybody. If she were coming back to AEW, she'd be coming back as the monster that she is in ROH to just steamroll through everybody, tear apart the porcelain hussies, break them all. Break them all. I love Athena. I'm like a massive Athena mark.
With the Hangman Adam Page. I believe you strung him up with that
I
chain.
would love a women's blood and guts. Love it.
And then your meteoric rise to not one, but two.
I know this is an unforgivable opinion, but I would love to see TK bring Tessa Blanchard into AEW. Why is it an unforgivable opinion? Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm not for anybody who has, like, that's like, okay, I have somebody who comes in, James, or into the Cove all the time. And they're a massive Hulk Hogan fan, and I have nothing against what that man did for wrestling and like his work in New Japan. I have nothing against that at all. More power to you. But can I say that he's the like my favorite wrestler? Nah. And I just don't think that any sort of racism or bigotry is like acceptable anymore. It's 2024, bro. Like there's a lot of other reasons to hate, and skin color and sexual orientation is definitely not one of them. Like,
Who are we talking about?
Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, that it was kind of weird how that came out though. Like the day she was supposed to win the world title, then all this stuff comes out. Like they did it on purpose, which a lot of people in TNA, Moose, and a bunch of them offended Tessa with that. But I have. Do you know what the women's of wrestling is?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So AJ Lee, which is CM Punk's wife, and Tessa actually butted heads a few times, and AJ Lee got her. So if that tells you anything about Tessa, I don't. I like Tessa Blanchard. She's really good, but just because she hasn't really went anywhere big, I feel like there's a reason for that, and that's probably her attitude, or I don't know. It's different
Personal views.
That's probably why she hasn't really went anywhere.
I loved her matches with Sami Callihan though.
Yeah, like that was when she won the world title.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to win that match because I like Sami Callihan, but that was a really good match. I don't like intergender wrestling, period. But that match I liked. That was a good.
Oh, Swerve, your eyes are so purple. Where you get your eyeshadow that it shows up that purple?
It reminds me of Jeff Hardy a little bit.
Truth be told.
MJF chance. Is that what they're chanting, MJF?
I hope so. I'm actually going to steal this again. I feel weird. I'm not going to lie, I'm very ego. I'm so pretty, I deserve the whole thing.
Joe understand this championship.
Ooh. Oh, that looked like a real slug, man.
Dynasty. I show you that I am
Oh.
What were they chanting? I could have sworn I was MJF.
I thought it sounded like MJF. There's one thing that I love about Joe. Like if I could just say like one thing, and there's a long list, but it's his eyes. Like you could tell an entire story. They did. He was Sweet Tooth. He told an entire story using his eyes. Like it was phenomenal. Like I absolutely enjoy watching his facial expressions. They make me so happy.
He's the kind of man where you can have that sweet, innocent, like, but then all of a sudden blink and be a serial killer.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch.
Yeah, they were chanting MJF.
Really? That's so awesome. I miss MJF. We miss him. I miss him, Swerve. Don't worry.
I think MJF will be AEW's homegrown CM Punk. That will be their homegrown CM Punk.
Oh yeah, like I think he's gonna be the everything. You know what I mean? Like he's just he's way too great of a wrestling mind. He's way too athletic and like just absolutely brilliant with connecting with the crowd to be anything less than an absolute superstar. Like
this match of Dynasty has to be a dog collar match.
That'd be so cool. I has to be so cool.
I keep bringing the chain out.
Right.
I think the last, I know CM Punk and MJF had one, and the Briscoes and FTR, but Joe Lee's Swerve and a Pearl Blood.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Swerve. Oh. Oh. Oh, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Ah, okay, I thought that was going the other way. I thought the table was going that way. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yuck. Another gross. Yeah. I'm not looking at that. Oh, my God. This is why I like Joe. Joe's now showing that he's a really good world champion right now. This is definitely Prince Nana's crying. That's what it looked like. Drew Galloway. I think he's gonna sign back with WWE. They've got a lot of momentum with him, so there's no way. They're going back to his hometown in Scotland, right after WrestleMania, and he's already advertised for it. So,
that's why
he'll be signed back with WWE. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere else.
I am of the opinion that I would enjoy seeing him in AEW, and I have said so for a while. So I would not be opposed. But I mean, do I think that that is in the near future? No.
He'll probably. I don't know what he would do in AEW. Like they got a lot of top stars in AEW that there's no place for him. Like they just signed Will Ospreay, Okada, and they've got people coming back from injury. I mean, eventually MJF's going to come back.
Oh yes, he is.
Kenny Omega, Moxley's out right now, but a lot of people are going to be coming back. I don't know what they would have for, but I think right now the best place for him is WWE. Like he's going to be the biggest heel after WrestleMania because right now it's The Rock and Roman Reigns, but after WrestleMania they're not going to be around. So number one heel will be. I don't think Drew would go to ROH. Just for the simple fact that the TV, like WWE Discovery, would prevent that from ever happening.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't see him making the jump to ROH anytime soon. If that was anything in the future, it'd be like a career, like quiet ending place, not a go right now where I'm in like WrestleMania main eventing.
If it came to AEW, it would be for AEW. It wouldn't be for. Well, TNA is a good. I like TNA. I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're going to be like in a year's time.
No, I have no idea.
But Drew McIntyre, I think he's set up really good right now in WWE. As I said, he's going to be the biggest heel in the company after WrestleMania because Rock's not going to be there, Roman's not going to be there. Drew McIntyre is probably the best heel in Raw.
I have to agree.
But if he came, it kind of make AEW look bad because they just released 10 people just to sign Drew Galloway, just to bring him in. That wouldn't. I like Drew McIntyre. He's always he's a really nice guy. I met him a few times. He's really, really, really nice. I'm actually looking forward to WrestleMania 40. Everyone's coming in right as we're fixing to
Cody Roman.
Yeah, Cody Roman for me. I think that's everyone. Night 2, that's what everyone's going to be looking forward to. But besides that match, I'm looking forward to Rollins and McIntyre. That should be a good match. The 6-man ladder, the tag team ladder match should be good.
Rhea and Becky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be good. I like Rhea Ripley.
I love Rhea Ripley.
I wish Ripley Stratton was on the card, but next year she'll for sure be on it.
Rhea Ripley and MJF are the only two people on my list that I would ask to spit in my face if I ever met them from wrestling.
Which match would still show at Dynasty? I'm gonna say FTR and Young Bucks probably.
Whenever MJF comes back, whatever happens at that point in Dynasty, whatever's going on at that point, that is the point. That is the match. That is the show-stealing moment.
Hopefully he comes back at Dynasty.
I hope so.
I really hope the other rumors aren't true.
I know. I heard.
He had a faction called Dynasty at one time, so
Why is Rhea Ripley so hype? Have you seen her before she made the change?
She's really good.
For me, it's the growth that makes her hype.
Like she's really good in the ring. She has a good character.
Well, and she's phenomenal on the mic, and she's just improved all around so much.
Like she's like I use this. She reminds me of China. That not just it's not just her body stature. It's that I could really see her beating up a lot of the guys in WWE. Like I could see her beating Randy Orton or stuff like that. So she's more than just a women's wrestler. Like she's, in my opinion, she's a bigger name than a lot of the men wrestlers. But I like Rhea Ripley. She's really good. Luther and Sammy.
Always on top.
Mommy
Walter and Sam outside the show. Yeah, I'm not calling that man Luther. I'll never do that. Walter is Sami Zayn. I hope Walter wins, just because I want to see Chad Gable win the belt. I actually think Rhea Ripley could probably pick up Omos and Slamming.
I would pay good money to see that.
I like to see if she could. I don't know. She, if anyone watches her Instagram stuff, her and Buddy Matthews, they lift a lot of weights. I feel like that's all they do.
That is one gorgeous couple.
Well, I'm not saying that she's better than. Well, I could actually see Rhea Ripley being an Intercontinental Champion because it's just her character, her body style. It's not even just her body stature; it's her character, the way she presents herself in these stories. Like I could actually see her beating up a lot of these guys.
She's phenomenally talented. Like,
I don't think she's better than China, but she reminds me of China.
It's a different time period too, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's a totally different style of wrestling nowadays as well. And I do think it would be believable to have Rhea come out there and whoop some dude buttocks. Like,
I could see her doing it. Like I could like her in the Judgment Day. Like she's basically the leader of the Judgment Day. I feel like she's the one making the calls and making the Bayley and that's the match I'm looking forward to as well. I think Bayley's gonna win that.
I actually really love that.
Yeah, I've actually really enjoyed their story they've had. But yeah, that was pretty much it for our Dynamite live reaction. That was a pretty good episode. If I had to rate it, I give it 8 out of 10. I'd probably would give it a higher one if I was feeling better. But 8 out of 10. It's a really good episode. I didn't like the opening to that because just other reasons. But the time was really good. Like the ending was very, very good. Like that proved that Samoa Joe can be a world champion at his age and still put on good matches and feuds. Like that was the defining moment of his world title run right there, probably at least in AEW.
I'm gonna go with a 7.5. It would have been an 8 if Lance Archer would have taken it.
Yeah, I'm really tired of that. I'm losing all the time.
I feel you. At first, I was like poking fun. I was like, haha, look, it's Lance Archer. He's going to lose Connor. And now it's not funny anymore. Now I'm like, okay, guys.
I love Lance Archer. He, there's definitely more they could do with him. I heard Kayla Braxton knocked out. Is that actually true in a backstage fight? That'd be hilarious if Kayla Braxton knocked out Rhea Ripley because she's so small and Rhea Ripley's so big.
It's all on how you land the hit, sizes and everything.
What was your favorite match? Favorite women's match ever? Pick one. That's a tough one.
Athena versus Kiera Hogan.
The best women's match I've ever seen live in person would probably be Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm, Full Gear 2022. But the best women's match ever that I've ever seen, I don't know.
That's just the first one that popped to my head, so that's what I'm going with.
I don't know what I would say. I mean, Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter being there for that, like that was the best women's match I've ever been in attendance for. Like actually been in attendance, that's the best women's match I've ever seen. But that's really, I don't know. Lita's had a lot of good matches for Stratus and Mickey James. I don't know, Charlotte and Rhea Ripley maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Bayley. Yeah, that was a good one. Bayley and Sasha. Hell in a Cell. Sable and Jacqueline was. I don't even remember that one, but it had to happen in the Attitude Era. Any company. See, if I was going to go with one, it'd probably be from WWE or AEW. Maybe TNA. TNA had ROH.
Yeah, mine was Athena and Kiera Hogan. It was a solid match. I loved it. It was great.
I feel like TNA started the women's revolution. Like everyone wants to say they started it, but TNA was the company that really started women doing more than just, just comedy matches. Not really just filler. Really, it wasn't really like TNA really meant something with it. NXT had a lot of good women's matches too. A lot of those takeovers, they had a lot of good ones. Damaged lungs.
Yes, but not as much as smoking cigarettes that I used to smoke damaged everything else and my lungs. Why just Connor? Why just Connor? Why are you just directing that question at Connor? That's not very fair, Johnny. How do you know that I didn't miss bra and panties matches, huh?
Let me see. Who was it? The only reason I missed it was because of Tori Wilson.
Solid.
That's the only reason. Tori or Stacey Keeler or
also.
No, I don't really care nothing about Molly Holly or that was pretty bad, but personally, I don't really miss them because back then it was just that was all the women were doing. But I don't think you'll ever see that in wrestling again, probably.
No, lady wrestlers have different platforms for that kind of content now, and you have to pay to see that. It's extra now.
However, if you want to grow your audience, I don't know. WWE did it, and they gained a lot of fans. But I don't think that would fly this day because someone would be getting canceled at the end of it.
I don't know, man. I do feel like they're getting more into that Attitude Era, what with the network change and the whole Netflix pickup. I would not be surprised. Not bra and panties matches, but I would not be surprised if things got a lot more lewd coming up here in the future. Not that I'm against it.
Yeah, I think there's room for stuff like that. I don't think you'll see quite like bra and panties matches and stuff, but yeah, pretty good Dynamite. We'll be back for Talking Elite tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll be on, but if I'm feeling better. Tomorrow's Talking Elite will be about Tony Khan, actually.
Then I might be there.
Adam told me about it. It's something to do with Tony Khan. I believe it's the legacy of Tony Khan or something like that. We concluded our WrestleMania stuff last week, so we're not going back to just random ones, I guess. But tomorrow's Talk League will be about Tony Khan. Friday, there won't be a Rampage. I'm actually going to be spending time with my family watching SmackDown on the Hall of Fame, and really this whole weekend I'm watching WWE stuff. There won't be a Collision, but however, I know Siren said that she might do one, but if she is, definitely turn the notification bells, and you'll know when we go live. Why we need to see another version? Why do we need to see another one? I didn't say. No one said we, but
I don't know, but I need to pee, so let's wrap this up.
But yeah, we'll be back live. If Siren does anything, there might be some other ones on. Yeah, definitely check out all the links from below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, and Instagram. We're on Instagram now. We're on Apple Podcasts now. Check out our socials. Yeah, we'll see you guys possibly sometime this weekend. No. We'll see you guys for Talking Elite tomorrow night.
Yes, we shall.